Hey everybody. So today I want to do a little bit of math with you guys and, look at the numbers when it comes to loose pack value versus booster box pack value because some people kind of get confused on this. And I've made a couple of videos recently kind of explaining why I think Fusion Strike you should be buying out ancillary products right now. And I just want to go a bit more in depth and kind of explain my reasoning why you should be buying Fusion Strike loose packs right now if you can get it at the right price, especially on the Pokemon Center, but also in other stores. And then what to look for in the future if another set comes about where, this certain ratio hits that sweet spot where it probably is worth buying ancillary products. So to do this, I've taken every set from Battle Styles onwards, booster box sets to look at. The reason being I didn't want to go any earlier. The values on TCG Player are a bit scuffed a lot of the time. There's not a ton of sales. So these sets sell through a fair amount. It makes it fairly easy to get accurate numbers. But I will say that a healthy average for loose pack to booster box pack value should be somewhere between, I'd say, 70 and 85%, somewhere in that range. And as you can see, most of these numbers do fall within it. Battle Styles is actually a massive anomaly right now. So this tells me that either the booster box is undervalued or the loose pack prices are overvalued. And I think it might be a little bit of both. And you will notice that there is a difference if you're paying attention. You will notice there's a difference between the Sword and Shield loose pack to booster box pack value or ratio rather compared to Scarlet and Violet. So the reason for this is that the older sets, the older they get, right, the booster box becomes a collectible in and of itself. It's not just simply for buying to open packs, right? Whereas with the newer sets, people are buying the booster boxes, they want to open them, and the loose pack value is going to be fairly close to that, right? But as more time goes on, as booster boxes become rare, that price per pack inside of a booster box is valued much higher because the booster box itself is valued higher, whereas there's still a ton of loose packs out there and ancillary products that you can buy. So the loose pack value isn't actually going to track that one-to-one. And, we do find it somewhere in between that 70 and 85% for older stuff. Newer stuff, it will be higher in the 90s. But I just wanted to explain that. So to get all these calculations, I took the loose pack price on TCG Player. I don't have all my tabs open for the loose pack price, but just the booster boxes. So that's how I did it. I did go through. This is, current today, December 19th. I took the booster box prices, which I do. I have all of these up. And before we get into this, guys, Paldea Evolved. Where is it over here somewhere? Where am I looking? Paldea Evolved, almost $150. And pretty much every sale at this point is at $150. So Paldea Evolved is making moves. And then Fusion Strike, which we're going to be talking about a lot in this video. I just wanted to see if there was new sales today. There were a couple new sales, one at 310 and one at 334. So this box is definitely over $300 at this point, and I think that's 306.43 number that I did use for the calculations is probably a bit low. It's probably trending closer to 320, but we'll get into all of that. So basically, loose pack price you guys can see on screen. I don't want to go all the way through this, but to get to the point quickly, if you look at these numbers, you will see a couple things that are a bit off. One, Battle Styles. Oh, way too high in terms of, loose pack to booster box pack price, over 100%. That's like very odd. The booster boxes might be undervalued, like I said, or the pack price is overvalued. But when you look at all of these numbers, there's one in the 50s. And if you look at it, that is Fusion Strike. Okay, loose pack value right now, 508. Booster box price per pack, 851. And that's basically taking the 306.43 divided it by 36. That's how you get these numbers in this column right here. So 59.69%. That's very low. It's under 60%. As I said, a healthy number is somewhere probably between that 70 and 85% mark. Anything below that, I think that's when you start seeing things that are probably going to be worth buying as ancillary products, right? And guys, this number, again, is conservative. Okay, if you take 508 and you put 330 as the booster box price, you get 917 price per pack in a booster box, which pushes this number down to 55.4%. Now, if you've been here a really long time, I made a video about this talking about Evolving Skies like way back in like March or April, and I was looking at a couple other sets as well. But at the time, Evolving Skies loose packs to the booster box pack value was somewhere around 53, 55%, something like that, if I remember correctly. And to me, that just screamed that buying those ancillary products at that price point made sense, right? Like it was time to buy if you could find loose pack value around that, 55% of the booster box price value. So if you look at Evolving Skies, loose products this year, they perform just as well as the booster box. A loose pack, 115%. The sleeve boosters, 114%. The booster box, 118, so slightly higher. And, these numbers could be adjusted a bit, right? It depends on your buy price. So I know for a lot of people, they were able to get their hands on Evolving Skies at MSRP retail, whether you had the vending machines, you guys in the States, I know you've been killing it with like Walmart tins and the knockout collections and all of this. You guys were getting you're getting booster packs, loose packs for way under 857, which was the price a year ago for a loose pack value, right? You're probably spending $5, maybe $6, something like that. And when you factor that in, you'd actually be making more percentage wise on a lot of these products. So we are at that point now with Fusion Strike, right? The booster box is taking off. It's heading towards the mid 300s. And now we will see what happens over the next couple weeks. As if you guys pay attention to the markets, they aren't doing as hot the past couple days. So we will have to see if that translates to the Pokemon market slowing down a bit. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, but we are at that point now where I do think it's worth buying these ancillary products for Fusion Strike, especially if you do the numbers and it's somewhere between that 50 and 60% value price per pack ratio from a loose pack to a booster box pack, or a tin or whatever, right? It's not really relevant. And if you guys look on the Pokemon Center right now, the mini portfolios are $4.99, which is actually under the current market value of a loose pack. So it makes it even better. And that's why I think buying out these mini portfolios, the build and battle stadiums, which it was really weird with these stadiums. A couple days ago, I checked and there's about 400 to 500 in stock. And then I checked this morning and the number was up to like 3,000 or something. So I'm not sure if there's something fishy going on there. There was an error in the bot or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I think we're at that point where these are going to get bought up very quickly, and you will do well on these ancillary products, right? Like I've made, with my Evolving Skies sleeve boosters and, my Divergent Power Tins and stuff, but especially my sleeve boosters, which I got at a very good deal. I've made, I think, 130%, 140% in the past like 9-10 months on them, just because I bought them below market value about a year ago, 10 months ago, whatever it was. So keep an eye out for really good prices and deals on Fusion Strike. And if you can find it under the 60%, I would say buy it. If you can find it below 50, 40, obviously that's getting a bit extreme, but that's definitely a buy. And in the future, if you guys are, at a point where you're looking at these loose packs to booster box, ratios, if it's under 60%, that's when I would consider buying ancillary products, and you will do like quite well on those. I think, especially in the short to midterm, right, as that loose pack price catches up to the booster box. So I think this could be relevant in the future with something like Lost Origin or potentially even Brilliant Stars, depending on what happens with these products, since you still can find Brilliant Stars and Lost Origin on the Pokemon Center and probably in a lot of third-party sellers and stuff and stores and whatnot. You can still find these at a decent price. So keep your eyes peeled for that in the future. For now, guys, buy your Fusion Strike, especially if you find good deals on it. Pokemon Center, if you have access, and the numbers work for you, it's probably worth doing. And as that box price moves up, guys, even higher into that 350, 360, 370 range, that's when buying these out becomes, even better of a deal, right? But we're already at a point where I think it makes sense to do. So that's all I got to say in this video. Just keep your eyes peeled. 151 bundles restocked today on walmart.ca as well. So if you guys got some of those, congratulations. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.